several of my pieces already. One of Christ praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he had been thinking about this piece for a number of years, and we finally got together to collaborate on it. And it's turned out to be probably one of the most powerful and emotional pieces I think I've ever been a part of. He wanted to tell the story of the life and ministry of Simon Peter, one of the disciples, the rock, as Jesus called him. And the thing about Peter that everyone can relate to was that he was the passionate disciple, and he was quick to pronounce his loyalty and love for Christ, but he also was human, and he failed miserably so many times when the pressure really got to him, and in critical moments, until he went through his transformation, which is really the central focus of this piece. So we wanted to show several events throughout the life of Peter, accumulating with this transformation after the crucifixion and resurrection of Christ. One of the favorite Bible stories about Peter was when they were going across the Sea of Galilee, and it got stormy, I believe, and Christ calmed the storm and walked out on the water, and Peter began to walk towards Christ, and once he took his eyes off of Christ, he began to sink in the water. It's a pain I've done many times. Typically, it's called lack of faith, because like we all are when we take our eyes off Christ and put them on ourselves or the world, we begin to fail. The next little vignette is Peter and Christ, symbolically Christ giving him the keys to heaven. The chalice and the loaf of bread are symbolic, obviously, of the Last Supper, and excrements of communion, of the blood of Christ, and the bread representing his body. The next vignette is Christ washing the feet of the disciples, which Peter objected to profusely. It goes on up here to and one of Peter's, I think, really big failures was his denial of Christ when he was arrested by the Sanhedrin, and he denied Christ 3 times, and this obviously is showing him where he's in just total disappointment of himself. On up is the empty tomb and the abstraction of the crucifixion. It was Peter and John that ran to the tomb after the 3rd day and found it empty. Up in the left-hand corner is the crucifixion, symbolic of the crucifixion, and the ascension, with the angels of heaven protecting him and being by his side. This represents after the ascension in Christ, is above us all, above the world, and taking care. This was Peter, James, and John, I believe, on the 3rd sighting of Christ, when he was on the beach and he was cooking. They had not. Peter was very disappointed in himself for his denial. He went back to being a fisherman. They were catching nothing. Christ said, "Throw your net over the right side of the boat." And they admittedly, the nets were filled with 153 different species of fish, which Mr. Wallace does a wonderful narrative of what that number represents as far as the tribes of Israel, I believe. And then Peter comes ashore. He eats with Christ. He's completely transformed at this point in his life. And Christ says, you no longer need to be a fisherman, but a fisherman of men. And these are my sheep. my flock that I need for you to watch, and on you I'll build my church. And then ultimately his greatest moment when he was most close to Christ was his own crucifixion, where he asked to be crucified upside down. He wasn't worthy to be crucified in the same manner as Christ. So it's a tremendous piece to work on. It really is, I think, has so much emotion that you can pull from it. So anyway, thank you.